Hello, and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. The show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Blau, also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with business owners to help them make more money, keep more of it from the IRS, all legal. In today's video, we're going to finish up budgeting. I know you're tired of it. Truthfully, the biggest thing is I just strongly believe budgeting is important. And I've covered it the last 3 weeks. This is the last time you're going to hear about it for a while because we're going to move into a different topic area next week, mainly sales and marketing. The heck does a CPA know about sales and marketing? Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. Anyways, but first, support for today's show comes from Profit Maximizing Publishing, which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which shows you how to gain your independence from reduced cash flow, shrinking margins, and evaporating customer base. In this book, you'll find chapter after chapter and idea after idea about how you can turn around your business and reset your profits from red to black in 90 days or fewer. Even entrepreneurs who are making money will benefit from my book by learning how to make even more money. So let's get going. All right, let's get into this. This is going to be a short one. I kind of planned it that way because we're in the middle of tax season, so we're busy. But I'm going to talk about zero-based budgeting, which I wish the federal government would do. Basically, budgeting is a tool, remember, for dealing with the future. It helps you to turn expectations into reality. In its simplest form, a budget is a detailed plan for future receipts and expenses. Sorry about that, allergies. It's still cold out there. As the budgeted period progresses, you can compare actual results with your forecasted goals, and you should, see where you're at. The method of budgeting I recommend is called zero-based budgeting. This method makes the assumptions that last year's expenses were zero, all right, and begins budgeting process from that point. For example, this budgeting formula assumes that your supplies expense accounts begins at zero. You must first determine who consumed what supplies last year, who will be consuming them this year, and how much will be consumed. In this manner, and I'm using a simple one like supplies, but you would do it more for cost of goods sold, and because that's where most of your expense is going to be. Whether I don't sell things, well, yeah, you do. You sell your time, if nothing else, and that's one of your payroll is going to be your biggest expense. Anyways, in this manner, zero-based budgeting forces you to actively manage your consumption while reviewing your costs. That's the difference, rather than looking at last year. What government takes last year, adds 5%. How many of us have heard stories of governmental agencies spending money at the end of the year because they don't want their budget cut? We don't get to print money, so we don't get to do that. All right. The effect of zero-based budgeting is that you will no longer include prior year's mistakes and overspending in the current year's budget. Listen to that again. If I just take what happened last year and budget from that, I'm including what mistakes we made in the prior year or years, depending on how long you've done it, and the overspending I've done in the prior years, and not trying to make any attempt to control it. All right. Few small businesses use zero-based budgeting, despite its many advantages, mainly because it takes work. We're busy. We're going to sell. Yeah, well, bringing in the sales is only half the formula. Paying out expenses, is the other half. And what's left behind, the pennies, that's what you get to keep. Well, turn the pennies into dollars instead. And you do that by increasing your gross profits and controlling your costs. And you do that by budgeting correctly, which is zero-cost budgeting. All right. Not budgeting is truly the most expensive mistake that small business owners can make. And like I said, zero-based budgeting may take more of the owner's time, but it can pay huge dividends and increase bottom line profitability. That's it for me. I'm not going to talk about budgeting for a long time, like I told you. All right. But seriously, think about it. All right. I don't know how you run a business without a budget. I don't know how you budget without actually doing it correctly. Truthfully, that's just me. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying let's make this our most profitable year ever. God bless, and go to church this weekend. We definitely need all the help we can get, especially if we're running a business. Thank you. Bye.